You're not going home after they die. You're not going for lunch after they die. You're going to actually go take care of the rest of your patients. When tears like coming out of my face, I'm like trying to wipe that away while I'm giving you your meds. Hi guys, my name is Yasi Olamide Adeburin, and welcome back to Living Life with Your Favorite Nurse. So welcome to the month of October. Welcome to my favorite season. Out of all the seasons, fall is my favorite. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, join the family and subscribe, and also hit the bell so that you don't miss any videos from me. So today's video is 4 things I wish I knew about before becoming a nurse, and we're kind of talking about losing a patient or your patient dying. So let's get started. So like I said, we're talking about losing a patient and patients dying. So before nursing school, obviously I knew that like eventually when I become a nurse, I'm gonna have some patients die. No matter what I do, people are still gonna die around me. So in nursing school, they kind of, make you practice how to tell someone that, their family member is dead and kind of what to say. But at the end of the day, I really feel like that does not prepare you for the real world, because you're kind of just practicing on a fake phone, calling your friend who's in the next room, telling them that their grandmother died or their mother died or their brother died. At the end of the day, that's a lot of great practice, but when you get into the real world, it's nothing like that, because every scenario is different. So the first thing I wish I knew before I became a nurse is how attached you will get to your patients. And there's levels to it. Like, you can't bring them home with you, but at the end of the day, you're still really attached to them, because you spend, let's say if you have a 12-hour, ignore that, emails from work. So let's say you have a 12-hour shift, you are with this person for 12 hours, or if you have an 8-hour shift, you are with this person for 8 hours. Sometimes you're with your patients more than you're with your own family or friends, so you get really attached to them. I have so many patients, I know what's going on in their life, because you're not just giving them medication, you're helping them throughout their emotional stuff, their physical stuff, and things like that. I have patients who have celebrated their 100th birthday in the long-term care home, and I was there for that. I helped cut the cake, I helped, spend time with them. So number one, I really wish I knew how close I would get, or people would get to their patients. They become your friends in a sense. Yeah, at the end of the day, yes, you have the professional and patient relationship, but you still get pretty close. They might not know a lot about me, but I know a lot about them. So the second thing I wish I knew before becoming a nurse is that no matter how many deaths you see, they are all still painful. You can see 5, you can see 10, but even the 11th death will still hurt as much as they all do. It's just the fact that you've built a relationship with this person, and even people that you haven't built a relationship with, the fact that you have to put them in a body bag and send them to the morgue or call the funeral home to come and pick them up still hurts. I feel like honestly there's nothing that they could do in school to teach us this, or there's really nothing that anyone can say to kind of get you over the fact that the person that you've been taking care of for months is now gone, and it's just really, really hard. For me, I have patients that just love to tell me everything about themselves. We have jokes and things like that, and then having to close their eyes after they die, having to put their body together, put it in a body bag, and call the family and let them know that unfortunately, they have passed away, is just the hardest thing ever. So in a way, I really wish that I just knew how hard it would be starting nursing school, is just to know that people die, because you honestly don't even think about that when you start nursing school or when you go into the profession. It's like helping people, they'll recover, they'll leave, they'll go home, but a lot of the time they die, and that's just a fact of it. The third thing that I wish I knew before becoming a nurse in regards to patient death is the fact that you got to move on right after. Someone that you've cared for weeks or for months has died. You put their body in a bag and you send them off, and then you still have to remember that you still have patients. you're not going home after they die. You're not going for lunch after they die. You're going to actually go take care of the rest of your patients. You have to get that done. You have to move on. So in a way, like, you don't really get to recover. And I guess some people will say like, oh, don't let it get to you, but someone died. You're never going to see them again. You're never going to help them again. They're never going to see their family again. You're never going to laugh with them again. You're never going to help treat them again, or you're never going to hear them cry again. It's hard. So it's like, you have to move on. You can try to take a second, you know, to get yourself together, but you have to remember you still have a job to do. And I think that is one of the hardest things for me. Sorry if it got really bright. Like, the sun just doesn't really know how to behave today. God. So yes, you can maybe take a second to yourself to like think or whatever, and, you know, cry, wipe your tears, but you have a job to do and you have to remember that. So I think I wish I knew the fact that you have to bounce back quickly. There is no time to waste. You have stuff to do. And I think that's been one of the hardest things, because I've lost patients, and patients that we were just like this, like they knew when I was working. I don't know if it's just me. I feel like other people make bonds too, but it's like they died. I've cleaned them up and they're gone, and I have other patients asking me for their meds, and I have to do things for them too. And I'm just like, one tear is like coming out of my face. I'm like trying to wipe that away while I'm giving you your meds. It's like, I have to get it together. So it's kind of taught me to get it together. I don't know. I hope I don't become cold. Oh, it's dark again. Yay. Okay, so the fourth thing I wish I knew before becoming a nurse in regards to losing a patient is the fact that you have to be strong now for someone else. So one thing that we learned in school is that you cannot be sad around family members who have just lost someone. At least I feel like that's what I learned. You can't be sad around them because they just lost someone, right? You can't now start crying and like lay on the floor, because now they feel like they have to comfort you. And at the end of the day, it's like, they're still your patient. Even though your patient is gone, the family is now your patient. So you might have, you know, so much emotions in you. You might be crying. You might, you know, just be really upset. But you can't, you know, you can't show that. You can show a little bit, but you can't be so crazy emotional. The fact that they have to come and hug you and, you know, pet you. You have to be the one to go and pet them. So I feel like I wish I knew how strong of a person I need to be. And I feel like generally, like, I'm okay. I'm somewhat of a strong person. But you now need to be even stronger. Like, someone just lost their husband, someone just lost their child, someone just lost their grandparent, someone just lost their mother. You now have to comfort all these people. Be strong for them. You have to now know what to say. And sometimes, dead ass, you don't know what to say. It's like, we weren't trained exactly what to say when someone dies. Yes, they gave us a couple words to know. Sometimes silence is best, but sometimes, you know, all the families want to do is talk. All they want to do is talk. So I felt like, wow, this is hard. Like, I don't want to say anything wrong. Like, I don't want to hurt anybody while they're already hurting. So, like, I'm pretty good with the silence thing. But I wish I knew how strong you had to be around all these people who lost their family members. And look at me, I work with people who are dying. So it's like, I made this worse for myself in a way, but I feel like I've grown, definitely, and I kind of know what to say. But again, every situation is different. But for sure, I wish I knew how strong you have to be for someone else. Alright guys, so those were the 4 things that I wish I knew before becoming a nurse, losing a patient edition. If you guys are nurses or have lost anyone, let me know, like, what you guys say. Like, how are you guys strong for someone else? Or how do you guys kind of move forward? How do you guys, you know, keep going? Because it's not an easy thing to do. Let me know what you think. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Like this video. Also, feel free to comment or send me a message on my Instagram or on my Twitter. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you guys have a blessed October, a blessed week. I will be seeing you guys next week. Yeah, so keep living life from your favorite nurse.